Say hi to YouTube, Dad.
You're looking at a blessed man, YouTube. I'm home. There's about 1 million people here. I'm the richest man you'll ever meet. So blessed. So blessed. I've had reunions before, but this is a great one.
Already got a crew here waiting for Dad. Everybody's excited.
It's quite a crew gathering. Getting the ramp set to safely get me in the house. Almost reminds me of a wedding. The people in the wedding have no clue how much work people do in the behind the scenes to make their day special.
All right, we're gonna give a try to the ramp here. A little test run.
Once we get him straight, yep, we gotta move over.
Takes a lot of trust to go up that ramp. Because if they let you go, it's all over.
All right, test one complete. Looks like it worked.
There's the Cross family. The van has pulled in. Lots of friends and family gathered to help me arrive home to a nice welcome and get me up in the
Back
house.
home. Got quite the welcoming party here.
Got 30 people there. It looks like 25, 30 people maybe.
I just have no idea. You had a slight concern, brother.
Oh,
You know what? I was at rest. No question about that.
I was the lucky guy
Yeah.
because I knew I was okay. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, at least the deer and I tangled and I won.
Made out better than the deer. Thankfully that the deer went.
How we doing, Mom?
I understand. Good.
We're home.
Thankful. Thanking God.
I've
Yep.
Yeah.
told a lot of people that your perspective on things changes when you go through this kind of thing, and I've found myself very tenderized by the whole thing, and things in life that make you cry when you wouldn't normally cry necessarily. But one of the things that I've experienced in this whole thing is how special it is people show their care, and the healing that brings. It's been pretty amazing. And so seeing some of my friends that were there when I got home, and they're there just because they care, and they're there for support. It doesn't take words. The action speaks for itself, for sure.
You know where I am. I'd rather not stay here all night. So if you could just work it out. I had my moments of desperation. I certainly had,
We know it can be different, right, Jackie? We don't always work perfect.
I know, Dad. You always say, somebody goes and they're glad another one's in the gate, but I'm not. I wasn't ready for that.
You're not ready for that?
I wasn't ready for that, so
No,
I'm glad it wasn't
I'm
time
glad
yet.
I'm not in the gate. But if I was in the gate, I'd be glad.
It's easier to go out with the bad leg first, and rather than having to spin. No, this is perfect.
All right. We'll move around.
Here, do you want to house?
Yeah.
I have a black rock.
Just a few people came to see him. Just a couple.
They would have liked to have kept me in rehab for a couple of weeks. Somebody did say, one of the staff said, it's a luxury thing. They can help you or whatever and speed it along. I don't think they can quite speed it along the way that it does when you're able to have your grandkids and your kids and close friends around. I think that's got a whole lot of value to it that you may not always realize.
Some of us aren't quite as excited.
And
We're just tired.
nice to see them up close.
Yeah, don't push them in that.
moving me around initially was quite the chore. Being able to keep me comfortable and move at the same time was not easy. So I didn't have a cast on because they pinned it and put a rod in and pinned my legs, so that was it wasn't going anywhere. But the chances of there being some serious pain, that was certainly there. Greeting a bunch of different people here. All right, up the steps we go. It's a big lesson in trust.
We should just sit out here all night. Beautiful.
To the left, you see my dad.
Look at them old monument
I'm
ramps.
just going to talk about him a little bit. So I just met my father. He didn't know I existed till we got DNA test results back a little over a year ago, and communicated with him via phone during COVID for that whole year. The fact that he was here visiting, which is a miracle for him to be able to travel. He's not super mobile, and his wife brought him and wanted him to be able to meet his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. That was also my ticket out of the hospital more rapidly than what they wanted to let me go. But because it was an extenuating circumstance and he was only going to be here a few days, they said if you can get from the bed to the chair and back in again, and we're confident with that, why then we feel good about letting you go. And that got me home 6 days of the accident, so that was pretty amazing. So this is me getting to see him.
Yeah, it's a good thing I was born with a good-looking man on my side. If you'd have been ugly, what a disappointment that would have been.
What a disappointment.
Jeez. Take me right over there.
And we both like corn, right?
Corn, hamburgers, spaghetti, wild women.
I've had all that stuff.
Kurt, you could have left
These
that last
people
one.
feed.
Don't you mean a wild woman?
I mean, yeah, I
Your
like my wild
family
woman.
feeds good.
Yeah. Oh, you got to eat at Norma's house? Well, you are a wealthy man then. That's,
I felt last night.
oh, my daughter's house.
Very lucky, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's
Yeah.
like her grandma. Yeah.
They weren't stingy at all.
No, they're not.
Ice cream at the end. You
So
can't
this
beat that.
we're just chatting a little bit on the porch, and my wife's flower garden on the porch there. Every day it gets a little harder to move through there because the flowers are on the move. But she keeps it beautiful up there.
I'm good.
Nieces, nephews, sister-in-law, son-in-laws, son.
Stay as long as you can. I love talking with you this morning, Dawn. That was so
Oh, there's Booner. Booner, buddy. Champion, Levi, Zoe.
Welcome home. You little cutie. I saw a picture of you lately.
Yeah, it's interesting how much you progress in a week, 2 weeks time. So I've been home 2 weeks. Yeah, I've been home 2 weeks already, and so much more mobile already. I'm using this wheelchair some, but I'm much more than that. I'm on crutches and starting to get moving around with that. So, but every step has been helpful, and it's nice to be able to look back and see that you did progress. This was another thing that they, because we had a hospital bed and a commode and all of that, why it was, they felt more free to let me get home. They realized that we had a lot of help, a lot of support.
I'm going to go closer to the kitchen. I'm going to swing your butt over.
Why do you feel horrible?
So here we're
Do you want this side off again?
got to slide me from the chair to the bed, and
I'm going to
Okay, if you saw the board that Christian made, we're about to use that, and that was helpful. Didn't use it a lot of days, but it did use it.
You want to just pick up on this just a little bit?
Otherwise, there was no. I couldn't really stand up yet. They said you can put some weight on that leg, but they didn't want you putting very much weight, so I really could only depend on my left leg. So having that board definitely was a big help. So the whole first week, my kids were in and out, each of them, and helping and doing different things that they could do. And Corbin and his family were able to stay right here, so that was nice. That let my wife be able to get a little bit more rest. Corbin, he's would have made a good nurse. He's a cop, but he'd have made a great nurse. He just really good at it. Kind of knows what to do and adapt and figure out different things very easily. Appreciate our YouTube followers, and hope that you found this video of some interest. Appreciate your prayers and your concern.